Hello everyone, welcome to today's live stream of more Disco Elysium. I'm a little tired. If you keep up with my YouTube channel, you'll notice that I uploaded like, I don't know how many exactly, but like 20 videos today. To be more accurate, I actually just made them all public. And that's not even everything that I have to put out. I think I'll save that for tomorrow. But yeah, those are just like the last couple of weeks streams. So you can basically be caught up on Disco Elysium and Dicey Dungeons and Pokemon now if you go onto my YouTube channel, which is just Josh Ford. But yeah, that took me like 2 hours, so I'm a little tired from just doing that. I basically did that until a couple of minutes ago, like 20 minutes ago. And then I started setting up for the stream. Yeah, okay, so this tip here confirms what I was thinking, which is that volition is like endurance, but for specifically morale. Okay, I remember last time we got this whole little side quest about getting signatures for Everart, and we said, oh, that's bad. So yeah. What are we going to do next? I'm not exactly sure. I put in the title that we're confronting the Hardie boys. That's definitely going to happen. We have to stand back to get out. That's a little bit incorrect. That doesn't make much sense. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm not sure what we're going to put our next points into. I remember we had to forget a thought yesterday because it wasn't very good. I'll show that off in a second. So this is going to be, depending on how you think about the week, the last Disco Elysium stream for the week. Personally, I like saying that Sunday's the start of the week. It's just a semantics thing, though. Sun rising, that's where the Sunday comes from, and like moon comes after sun, that's where Monday comes from. So, you know, semantically speaking, I think Sunday's the first day of the week. I'm one of those people. But from like a work point of view, I generally consider Monday to be the start of the week. Sunday's like a prelude, as well as being a coda. Or, yeah, coda. I was gonna say a codetta, but it's not that short. It just feels short. Oh. Yeah, sorry, I'm still a little bit tired. But I think I'll pick up my energy soon. How much points? Oh, we have 2 points. I should have said how many points do we have. We have 2 points. So not going to see a level up immediately, that's for sure. What are we going to put our points into? We don't need more conceptualization. We've been getting most of our conceptualization checks. Like, fine. Let me just show off that thought that I was talking about. Anyway, so tomorrow's going to be a new game as well. And that's cool. Oh yeah, we started this thought, rigorous self-critique, which comes from the sorry cop, that minus is our authority, which is fine. I generally don't like the options that involve authority anyway. The one that we unlocked was, well, the one that we had and then forgot. Oh, it seems to have actually disappeared from here. I wonder if it's somewhere in this list. Yeah, here it is. Oh, we can't even check it. Okay, well, it minused Inland Empire, I think, and it minused something else. Then it just increased learning caps. And, you know, at the moment, I don't think we're actually going to reach any learning caps. So, yeah, also, let's take a look at our clothes. I don't know if I'm wearing exactly what I want to. Okay, we're not wearing this one. We're wearing the logical one. We can put this one back on. The stained one. There's also this, which could be useful if we need to make some suggestions. We have this, and we're currently wearing this RCM Patrol cloak, which basically just seems like an upgrade from the Disco S Blazer. So yeah, ideally I want to change pants, because these ones aren't great. So if I find good pants, fantastic. I wonder if he has a key to any of these things.
Oh, hey, mister. I need to be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larisse said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. A lot of folks really did keep coming back.
I had some questions for you. Do you work here? Yes, everybody needs a job, and this is mine. I'm Leonard, by the way, Leonard Bellick, but everyone calls me Leo. The little man raises his hand in a welcoming gesture. I also cleaned this room quite a bit. You can't see it. Well, maybe you can see a little bit in the background. It's much nicer now. It's much nicer to move around in. Vacuumed, so it's easier to breathe, I guess. But yeah, just mentioning. I just was reminded because I was thinking of the mosquito that was probably biting me and how it would be worse. Because it's already warm, but if this room weren't clean, I'd lose my mind right there and then. Anyway, I'm like Mr. Everard's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town, and Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when Mr. Everard is away. He chuckles. He chuckles. Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's a lady. Good-hearted chuckle again. Who is this Miss Beaufort? Oh, that was a weird way to end that word. Wrong accent. The lieutenant looks up at Leo. A real pretty lady with a skin like those deux sucre. I wonder how he would say that. It would probably deux sucre. Candy bars. My missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down besides the radio. Why am I doing extra work by doing this accent as well? I have no idea. So extra. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I'm always busy keeping things running here. Yes I am, yes I am. Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic. Thank you for listening. Who's this Miss Beaufort you mentioned? I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this place would totally fall apart if you didn't shine the bossman's shoes, Leo. That's rough. I think you're doing a great job. Hold on, who's this Miss Beaufort? Let's ask first. Oh, Lizzie. She's a real sharp tool. Mr. Everard put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was all fancy and lawyerly. Oh, this is the lawyer girl. He respects that word, that's obvious. But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood, knows everybody and gets along with everyone. Real pillar of the community. One day, I'm sure. That was a run-on sentence if I've ever seen one. Kind of. I mean, he didn't have that many finite verbs, so it's not technically a run-on sentence because it's not independent clauses. However, that definitely felt like one. For a fraction of a second, there's sadness in his eyes. He goes on. If me, Mrs. and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. But she can't have kids. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has. He sighs and falls silent, watching you meekly with his blue eyes. So Everard trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting. I think you're doing a great job around here, Leo. Yes, this place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo. The lieutenant smiles at the little man. Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. That was definitely a run-on sentence. It's specifically comma splicing. You didn't need, you didn't think it was possible, but the smile becomes even wider. It definitely looks like he's smiling there, doesn't he? Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here, but you guys are alright. The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot to Martinez, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day. Okay, I'm off. Yay, we made Leo happy. I liked Leo. Hope he didn't assist in the murder at all. I think this one is in the middle of being painted. Is there anything else we can pick up around here? Doesn't seem like it. Kim complained about us running everywhere, so I'm walking for a little bit, but then I'm gonna run anyway. Ha 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 ha, it's just so much faster. What's this? I wanna look at it. Okay. I can't climb up here, can I? That's a shame. No, and we still can't get in through here. Even with the pry bar, I think. Nothing more to do here for now. I just want to check something on the map, which should be... oh, no, it's here. Map. I just want to check one of our white checks to see if it's open yet. Nope. Why is this not... it's not behaving? There we go. Is it open? Those that are white are available to try now. Okay. We could go do the perception check in the fridge, I think. I think that's what that told me. Maybe I should try playing this game with a game controller rather than just mouse. I wonder how much nicer it is. I don't suppose not much. But we'll see. We'll see. How is everyone doing? It's very warm. I think it's 33, 32 degrees Celsius at the moment. I suppose that's exacerbated by how stuffy it is in here. Closed off. That was a bird. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but that was a bird. There we go. Yeah, let's just continue through the doorway. Come on, there we go. Now the loading screen, fantastic. At least it's probably not as bad as Sonic 06, which loads the entire world map at any given loading screen, every time. It's terrible. You get upwards of a minute of loading. Where am I going now? Down. I want a map! Okay, we can talk to Joyce. I wonder if this racist lorry driver has anything to say about his cargo.
Looking for something?
Yes. What are you hauling? Not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation. What kind of apples? Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide. Sounds like a cover story to me. Apples? Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions. What are you hauling? Not much. What kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up? Apples. Let's say it sounds like a cover story to me. Look, Ace Detective, I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges. He loses his patience for explaining it. I'm here to pick up a load of effing apples, man. Just regular apples. Damn, you're not gonna get more out of him on this. He put up the wall of racism. You said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen. Yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges. And that's a privilege. Sure it is. We have a guild and everything. Very ancient, very prestigious. So you're in a carter's guild. Goddamn right. They've been trying to screw us out of our heritage in the name of profits, but when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to screw them right in the... Ugh, so cross. Generations of practice ain't no laughing matter. Okay, we're done for now. Ooh. Dustbin. Magnesium, okay. I have a lot of magnesium now. Don't have to worry about that. So warm. I think let's return to that security outpost at around 10ish. Probably won't get to that time in this stream. But as you can see, it means people won't be out and about to look at us. And I think we can only access the area past the waterlock on the next day, which I think is the last day, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, let's just pick up some money. Insert your bottles. Ah, yes, we only had 4. Is there really no map in here? I've sworn. It's not very cool. Oh, that's nice. It's nice that they mentioned this. Most checks have secret difficulty modifiers. Talking to the right person can reopen a closed white check. I wonder... Let me try doing this. Ay, that's always so loud. Always so loud. I wanted to try putting my webcam underneath the game capture. I don't know if that's preferable. Maybe it looks better. I don't know, let me know. Could raise empathy. Let's go for that perception check. Since we haven't had a chance to do it again yet. There's a little... Oh. I don't know. How long has that been there? Doesn't matter. What's this? Oh. That's nice. Huh. We could also pick up a book. We don't really have much money at the moment, so it's not worth it right now. I'll equip the flashlight as well. Anyway, those are all the controls and mechanics. I think that was a little out of reach. Like, it's a little hard to see that this whole time. Otherwise, I would have seen it sooner, I think. Let's put on the flashlight. Cool. Any bottles around here? Any bottles? I forget what's down here. Oh yeah, gun. That's where we got it. Still can't do that. We don't have the correct pliers for. Oh, whatever. We don't have the correct pry bar for it. That's actually what it's called. We could try doing this. It's even. There's nothing that we can equip to make this better, huh? I don't think so. Let me close the door and let me just check. Anything that'll make it better. Oh! Interfacing up. I could have used that. Action speed, rhetoric up, half light up. Critical. Alright, there's all this stuff. Okay, yeah, I guess let's just try. It's not legendary anymore, which is good. Let's try to be lucky, please. Ooh, damage morale again. That was a really bad one. My goodness. You touch the dead man's body, your skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin or what even to do with him. Anyway, there we go. Healed morale. Unfortunate. Oh wait, maybe that's where the gun was. What's on here then? Oh, nothing? Oh, wait, maybe there was some money. I remember we picked up some money somewhere in here. Oh well. How was that? Let's talk to Joyce for a second, and then we can talk to the Hardie boys. Yeah, unless... This is true, unless it's a big container, like we can't open in this room currently. Okay, let me take this off. I remember it was really cool when we escaped that whole maze down there. Felt good. Felt good. Where are we going? I don't actually want to talk to the mailbox, thank you. I'm going this way. It'd be nice if I could find that bowl as well. Find a replacement bowl. Anyway. Let's talk about the pail quickly. If it damages our morale, it's fine. We have plenty of magnesium. Shadows on the water, green plants under the calm surface. What clothes should I equip? Minus one suggestion. I'm not exactly sure which one I should wear. Maybe this. Maybe this will be good. I don't know, let's see how this works. Out.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I've got some more questions about reality. Okay, let's try asking Kim to move aside. Cool. Good idea, just ask him, he won't make a scene. Kim, can I talk to the ma'am alone for a second? Fine, he steps away with his notes. D, what can you do? You're a grown man. Now what is the pail? Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant. Yes, what is the pail? Okay, she concedes. The pail is the most dominant geological feature of the world, detective. The separative tissue between the isolas. I think that's how they said in one of the dialogues. It is the interstellary mass. Wait, and what is an isola? Isola is a Messinian word for a continent of matter enveloped on all sides by the pale. Also isolation or landmass. Now, we used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries we have discovered 7. Mundi, Sol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulindine. Insulind. Linde. And Insulinde is... Insulined, an oceanic isola. It comprises mostly of water. Mundi is the largest, Katla the coldest, Insulinda the bluest. What can I say? She stops. Each is perishing and dear. Okay, what is the pale like? Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness. The negation of being. The negation of... That's right, the negation of being. She tightens her hood around her neck. It's cold outside. Is it here? Look around. No, detective, we're safe. She points to the sea. It begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north and even more to the south, east, and west. You're in the you're in the middle of the isola. As your gaze instinctively turns north, a small black pit opens up in your stomach. 6,000 kilometers from the end of the world. Yes, that is enough. Many cities are built much closer. And point north there. An uproar of matter, darling, rising into the pale, rolling, evaporating even a great vision. The area of transition between the world and the pale is called porch collapse. Imagine a grey coronal mist, cold vapor marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism. I'm trying to think of it as well. A mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. It's... She closes her eyes and breathes out heavily. The most disco thing you will ever see. What are its physical qualities? It's difficult to describe or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties. Physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into pale you travel, the steeper the degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical. Numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible. We're surrounded by pale. How do you get from Isla to Isla? Oh, it is. Her lungs deflate. Her words sound like a sigh. So difficult for us. A squall of birds. Hardware operating in the harbor. Firm. Self-evident. Oh, we heard that. It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost or having our minds damaged. The Pale can damage the mind? Extensively. How? Some say the damage stems from extreme sensory deprivation. Others argue that Pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading. That it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend over of the self. The Pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history even. The human mind becomes over-radiated by the past. Who says and who argues? Who says and who argues? The logical positivists say, the dialectical materialists argue. What does the over-radiation feel like? It feels terrible, absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travels to 6 days of Pale exposure per year. It's more for her, way more. You're not a civilian passenger. No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I am a member of the Entreprenetic business class. Entreprenetic. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of Pale transit annually. Are you over-radiated? Up to my gills, officer. And the acidic smile on her lips is getting worse every year. What is entreprenetic? Entreprenetics, she corrects, is the scientific study of the Pale, or a recent iteration of it, by way of Grod. The study of the Pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Pericarnasians, yeah, there we go. Pericarnasians called it the Western Plain. They had not traveled the entire circumference of the Pericarnasian Supra Isla. It was not merely in the west, it was everywhere, even then surrounding them. Did they cross it, the Western Plain? There are signs of pre-to-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the Pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years. What has the entreprenetics changed then? Nothing. We remain powerless before the Pale. The only real advance in Pale transit is the speed with which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later. Aerostatic craft. Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended once you've crossed from near Pale to far Pale. In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end, if we throw them precisely. If we do not, then they don't. Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface. How much Pale is there compared to the world? The Pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There is more Pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping. Slipping how? To our detriment, or... What do you think, detective? She looks you in the eye. It's shrinking. There's more and more of the world. It's growing. There is more and more of the Pale. Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the Pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of that development is that one day the Pale will cover everything, but this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists. It's not extreme at all. It's going to happen. Cover everything? That can't be. Where would we go? It's not extreme at all. It's going to happen. Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same. Off we go. You see the hanged man's mouth open? Off we go into the wild Pale yonder. One and all, she closes her eyes. They say Pale is death, but for the universe. Why should we just leave and the world get left behind? Let's return to reality, please. Yes, reality, she stomps her foot. Sweet reality, but before we do, tell me, detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything? Nothing, just alcohol, fumes, and blackout. I sometimes sense vague shadows of a past, and it's not good. I'm getting a sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this. Sometimes sense vague shadows of a past, and it's not good. One of these two. Beyond curious, tell me, what do you think of the Pale? It's terrifying, you're right, it's disco. It will end all life. That we continue to persist at all is a testament to our faith in one another. This advance can only be stopped with immediate, total, ruthless communism. A powerful anti-communist force. Perhaps too powerful, but still, they have it coming. I'm worried I have to say, it doesn't sound very liberal to me. I'm worried I have to say, it doesn't sound very liberal to me. I don't know how well... I don't know how you've all survived with it. It's a huge accomplishment. Who am I to think anything of it? You were right. It's disco. Her eyes tense. Crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you. Your bloodshot eyes and swollen face. Your ailing constitution, sweaty forehead, the beads there, and your heavy breathing. You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, detective. If you don't know even this, then she stops mid-sentence. I'll handle it. It's under control. This investigation will be my masterpiece. The one they remember me by, I promise. Yes, I'm in a serious trouble here. I know all those people will die. I'll handle it. It's under control. I hope so. I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague Kitsaragi. I ran a check on him, and he is very competent. In the meanwhile, some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here. Oh, we got only 30 experience from that. You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time. She gives you a slight bow. Good. The lieutenant returns. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Oh, are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now? You needn't have worry. That was insane, Kim. Right, let's get to work, Lieutenant. Good luck, detective. She nods you goodbye. Wonder how much more of get a reality lowdown we need. I think we still need to confront the Hardie boys today, so let's basically do that now. I kind of want to change clothes. There it is. Sorry. How much experience do we have now? Shouldn't be much more than 30, maybe 40 at most. 33. Yeah, not even. Let's put this one on for now. Then I think we're fine. Yeah. How is our thought coming along? Still quite a long time until we get that one back up. In any case, let's talk to the Hardie boys. We also need to find a way into this building, I remember. Still can't conceptualize around here, can we? Yep. Yeah, that way won't get us back to the whirling in rags. Alright, this is a nice little tune that's playing. Okay. Here we are. We're back. Still would like a map. I wonder if books build experience as well. Then they might be worth buying. Oh, it's so snowy in here.
Let me handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to you. She was the gardener!
Detective skin color.
She smiles coldly. I'm
So black, as you can see. Do you have any more keen-eyed observations?
Her entire character has shifted. This young woman is cold as ice. She's right, you're basically an epidermochromatic police officer. You're the gardener! You lied to me, you're not a gardener. I was just making an observation, I was reacting to stimuli. You lied to me, you're not a gardener.
That's right. I'm not a gardener. I'm a legal counselor for the Dock Workers Union.
She crosses her arms.
So let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardie. You think he has information that will help you? Maybe he does.
She points to the man on her right.
That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
She says nothing, her glare speaks to you. Could this be the Miss Beaufort that Easy Leo mentioned, the one Mr. Everett sent to law school? Your role in all this. Are you Lizzie Elizabeth Miss Beaufort? Want to talk to you, not Titus. What are you going to do to me? Why are you so aggressive? Are you Lizzie Elizabeth Miss Beaufort? I suggest not wasting time on trivial pleasantries and focusing on why you are actually here. Titus Hardie, she points to the tall man by the table. Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes in the way she stands in her face. You caught her off guard. Push her some more. Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot. Hardie? Not yet. I had another question. No. Talk to Titus. What's your role in all this? What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez, you are no one. Why are you so aggressive? Aggressive? You make your living enforcing violence. These people are just dock workers. So you're spying on us and now you represent murder suspects. Just dock workers. We've talked to Everett Clare. We know who these men are. The Union's militant wing. Listen, you moral lantern lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20 fat men in the Occident are stealing it all, and you're their bodyguards. Titus Hardie, F yeah, the tall, broad-shouldered man takes a sip of his beer. So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. The world needs a financial buffer zone. No need to get emotional. The privatization is not unlawful. It's cool and funny. Maybe you're just not historic individuals. And funny. I liked that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. An armed uprising. What are the Union's plans? I like that. Good start. Let's take it a step further. Armed uprising. What are the Union's plans? Look, a comedian. Your expression stiffens. Do your job. Ask your questions, then get out of Martinez. Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary. What are you going to do to me? What's your role in all this? Yeah, sure. Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. She crosses her arms. Do you have hearing problems? What are you going to do to me? The lieutenant's not satisfied with the approach. What are we going to do to you? She starts laughing. It's a cold laughter devoid of joy. I don't like that the music's getting quieter. The Union isn't going to do anything to you. It is not a crime syndicate. It is a labor organization. A hum from the table. Goddamn right it is. If anything, it is the RCM who do things to people. She shakes her head, but we digress. Talk to Titus then. Oh, something tells me that didn't go very well. Oh, money. Yay. I don't know what's happening over here. Say hi to your mama for me. Can we still not do anything with the door? Maybe the door will come up. Okay, there's Hardie. What's up, Hardie?
This is where you say your bits.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can. The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. Don't say anything yet.
Hey, dipshit. You hard of hearing or something? The boss man's talking to you.
Do not let their squeals disturb your serenity. These are but simple peasants, sire. The chatter is too inane to reach your ears. Raise your chin and gaze into distance like a prince.
What? Is he fucking kidding? This guy high or something?
The little guy looks at his mates in disbelief.
Hey, asshole, up here. We're talking to you.
We are looking for Titus Hardie.
The lieutenant turns to the broad-shouldered man at the end of the table. We need to talk about the man hanged out back.
This is about him?
Looks
A
around.
real looker, that one.
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get all ripe and pretty for you.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
I think that's that guy. I think the other one's there.
I can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
These guys are so macho they're ready to confess to first-degree murder. Ask if it was them. Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw in the yard. Chances are they're going to match. Scan the room. Starting from the right, boot size 44, blonde man in his 30s, overbearingly muscular. Sitting on his right, oh, okay, this is Theo. Standard working boot size 45 or 46, eldest in the room, probably mid-50s, smoker, quiet. Across at the other table, hobnailed working boot size 43, gang tattoos, Mesk or Saramarizian, in his late 30s, early 40s. And then, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 46, the big dick. Wide at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap, fingerless gloves, and numerous scars, a little under 40. The emblem on his vest says rowing club, a little patch below it says T. Hardie, captain. In the far corner, standard working boot, steel reinforced toes, size 44, 40-something, non-alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint, is that a plectrum? Where? On his neck. Forget it, it's not important. Let's call this one the musician. And the little guy? Size 41. Here's the little guy. Is it this one? Maybe. I don't know. Size 41 with the light step. Not a child after all. An older man with a rat face, mean watery eyes, and 2 front teeth missing. In the middle, heavy and wheezing, big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor and you could easily exceed 220. Ooh, nice. In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. One of them is missing, the odd soul. Exactly, you've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions. Where's the 8th Hardie? What is with you, fella? Oh wait, he was American. What is with you, fella? The man hanging in the backyard, did you do it? I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardie boy? What are you talking about, man? There's no 8th Hardie boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here. He sizes you up. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardie boy? We ain't hiring. He shakes his head. Actually, boss, we've been talking. We think she could maybe... This person Glenn wants to hire. He really respects her. Shut the F up, Glenn! He roars. I do the talking here. I prefer this sort of... John F. Kennedy voice I've adopted to his American accent. I do the talking here. Now what the F do you want, cop? It has to be good if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too. So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardie boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her. That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardie boys matter. Nothing to do with your... And he points at the lieutenant. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you. Good, we're all watching each other. The lieutenant adjusts his spectacles. Officer, your question? There's no point in pushing it further, you think? This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardie sooner or later. The man in the background, did you do it? In the backyard, rather. The pretty boy. He takes a sip from his can. You guys really love talking about that pretty boy. Funny, the lieutenant says without a smile, but my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you. We have spoken to the head of the union. Why is there a container belt around the dead man's neck? Are your boot prints all over the scene? I've spoken to the dead man in a bizarre occult vision. You're involved somehow, I just don't have proof yet. Why are your boot prints all over the scene? You mean these boots? He raises his worker boot size 46 reinforced toe. Yes. We all got a pair. Oh, sorry, I forgot. We all got up here. He squints. We wore them the night we took the pretty boy out back and hung him by the neck. Yeah, we did this. He looks you dead in the eye. Together, all of us, until he was dead. That's why our prints are all over the scene. Aha, so you just confessed to the murder. We got the perpetrator. Ah, so you just confessed to the murder. God damn right, Okay, we completed that. 30 experience. No, the woman interjects. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened so that you don't waste any more of your time. All 7 together. They're diluting responsibility. It's an anti-arrest tactic. Murder him just like that. No remorse. Who called the shots that night? When did this hanging incident occur? Why did you kill him? How did you kill him? We know that. Why did you kill him? Why? He hisses through his teeth. Because he was a worthless mercenary scum, and he stepped out of line in my town. So he was a mercenary. That's it. And he stepped out of line. He repeats, jaw clammed shut like a vice. And he stepped out of line. What kind of mercenary? I don't care what his actual voice is. Not right now. I'm sure the voice actor did a really good job. I like this though. The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind too. Had Kohoi and Seminin written all over him. Exoranyi's special forces. A live grenade. The man spreads his arms. Right here in our bar. This one has a special gripe with him coming here. I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hire mercenaries like that. Story of every strike from here to Samara. Hold on, how do you even know he was in special forces? Because one night he walked straight up to the mic and said, I'm Oranyi's goddamn special forces. And I'm gonna F you all. Really? Yeah, really. Had a gin and tonic up there, sang some Oranyi's paratrooper song and said he's gonna screw everyone. We couldn't believe it either, but he effing did it right there. He points at the stage like some kind of animal. So the tale is true. This is a serious violation of the karaoke code. Right, but what did he actually do wrong? Okay, besides crimes against karaoke, what did he actually do wrong? Wrong? Oh, sorry. Wrong? He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some as a warning. He wiped spittle from his mouth. From rape to harassment to threats of violence. Why the strange de-escalation? He regrets mentioning it. Hopes you didn't notice. To kill us all if we don't open the gates. If we don't let the scabs in. If we don't bend over. He cracks his knuckles. That's the best I can do. And that was before he started coming here. Yeah. He said it was his favorite joint now. Started coming here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls. Grabbed one of ours mid-karaoke. Right there on the stage. You grabbed someone? The lieutenant's trying to make sense of this flood of information. Yes, this girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. The effort grabs her legs, starts screaming. Oh, that is in bad taste. Yeah, you can read that for yourselves. Then he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle. Doesn't even fall down. He shakes his head in disbelief. Was this the same girl who was sexually assaulted, raped, you said? Aren't you listening? My man is talking to you. He took care of it. He took care of it. They got the girl out before anything else could happen. Yeah, me and Eugene got her out. Aren't you listening? He repeats like a parrot. Something odd here. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus mentioned. Why not? This is a serious allegation. Make them talk about it. Right, but who did he rape then? This is a very serious allegation. No. There's a moment of silence. You're not getting a name. That's a Martinez matter, and I'm not discussing it with you clowns. Murder him just like that. No remorse. Who called the shots that night? When did this hanging incident occur? Who called the shots that night? Are you deaf? There will be no singling anyone out. You can't arrest a Hardie boy without arresting all Hardie boys. Shadow of the smoke passes her lips as she tilts her head. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all? A trick question. Don't let her lead the conversation. Address Elizabeth. I don't have to. One of them was more complicit than others. No, but seriously, who calls the shots around here? Who do you think does? He sounds more amused than angry. Point at Titus. You do. You give the commands. Point Elizabeth. I thought she did. The biggest animal dominates the herd. Gangs are usually run by the oldest, most venerable member. Points at the harbor. Everard Clare runs the union. You answer to him, right? Maybe Everard. We could say Everard. We could also point out Elizabeth. Those are the two options I like. Point to the harbor. You keep him the F out of this. He leans towards you. We have autonomy. It's all on us. Everard runs the union. I run the Hardie boys. When it starts spinning, it will not land on Mr. Clare. That's the deal here. The fixer will ignore the notion completely, focusing on Titus' culpability. When Titus Hardie says he runs the Hardie boys, the woman adds, he means that in an administrative capacity. On that note, everyone acted as one man. Okay. Why don't I just arrest you? Yeah, lawman. He takes a step closer as well, fixing his ball cap. Why don't you? It's almost an anthropological sight watching him try to assert dominance over you. Not in the arresting mood. His mean little eyes come alive with hatred. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from, his holster. You hear the nylon of his coat hiss as he steps closer. Easy, walk back from the provocation. They're armed and they outnumber us. The lieutenant tries to establish eye contact with you. Easy now, let's just talk. Wise move. He leans back against the table. You made the right choice there. Now make another one and get the F out of our booth. We're not gonna do this again. Okay, we have to read all of these then. When did this hanging incident occur? You don't have to keep answering his questions. The fixer turns to remind Titus. I know, Lizzie, relax. He takes a sip. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good way to end the week. How long had you known the victim? Known him? We don't associate with scum like that, asshole. Yeah, who do you think we are? Quiet. Titus gave Glenn a stern look. Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town. Happy? Aye, the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier, the representative for Wild Pines? The lieutenant pretends to check his notes. The same company you're striking against. No, he stresses, I mean the Pines cow. The stupid ass cow they sent in to F us over. But you know what? He rubs his chin pretending to mull it over. Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask her hard enough. That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. She turns to you. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last question. Okay, so what are we going to do now? Conclude the questioning. How did you kill him? Murder him just like that, no remorse? I think we've established that that's clear. How did you kill him? We hanged him up by his neck until he got real still. Wasn't that obvious, copper? Didn't they teach you anything at the cop school, idiot? The autopsy showed there were no ligature marks. His hands were not tied. Can you explain that? He looks even more irritated than before. Look, I'm not going to play 20 questions with you, Coppo. I'll say it again, we killed him. Yeah, I knocked him out. The tattooed one speaks up, banging on his chest. Came up behind him and clubbed him in the back of the head. He went down like a stack of sand. That's right, lawman. He spits through his teeth. And then we hanged the F. Make them a bit more uncomfortable first, then see if it all adds up. Mr. Tats, did you knock the victim out? Mr. Tats, where did all this action take place? Things aren't quite right here, are they? Let's try it. Yes! We did it. Titus is solid as a rock, and so are a few others, but first tell me who's solid. Who's cracking under pressure? This one. He's sweating profusely and has difficulty breathing. They've smartly kept him out of the conversation thus far. Definitely the weakest link in the chain. A single sentence would wear him out. He can't take the length of the questioning. Keep it going long enough and he'll crack. Turn to the... Hey you! You having trouble breathing over there? No. He looks up startled, his forehead shining from sweat. A few coiled locks are peeking out from under his warm woolen hat. Of course he's having trouble breathing, just like how effing fat he is. The man next to the big guy bursts out laughing. F off, Shanky. The big boss steps in. Angus is a powerful guy, all muscle. Keep your eyes on this powerful guy. Sooner or later he's going to break like a piece of twig. Where did all this action take place? Right here. He spreads his hands. Eugene already told you that the sod had started coming to our bar. Yeah, man, weren't you listening? Mr. Tats, what did you use to knock the victim out? My elbow, copper. He looks you straight in the eye. Samoan boxing style. Samoan boxing, or Sambo, is an eloquently violent set of one-on-one fighting moves originating from the Samoan Isla. Sambo style implies stealth, cleverness, and cool. He may be lying, but he's good at it. No twitching, no rushing, no uncalled for details. Something you're not telling me. And if you two, copper, picking on Angus like this, we're done with the schoolyard stuff. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing. His all muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's generally trying to look out for Angus. This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet. Right, I have other questions about the lynching. Like what, copper? So what are we going to do now? Conclude the questioning. Prove your authority to Titus Hardie. Nothing, her replies come sharp. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez. Go back to your station, where you belong. I think we're going to stick around. Thanks. Some things don't add up here, Titus. The lieutenant closes his notebook. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder, even if it is a group responsibility. We're going to look into this. Good luck with that. He grabs another bit. You've heard everything. Hey, thanks, the Great Persia, for the follow. I didn't even realize anyone was really watching. I was just kind of doing my Clone High JFK impression into the void. But hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I think you're the 45th follower. So there you go. You've heard everything our rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us, real law officials. You're lucky you didn't get a beating. Rent-a-cop, so that's what this is about. He doesn't see you as equals. Ooh, not a chance. I'm gonna take off now. Definitely not doing that authority check, especially when we're a bit lower on authority at the moment. We have to prove our authority. Ooh, I think we'll do that with some other stuff. Maybe if we had our badge. Okay, not much time left in the stream. I wonder what our experience is looking like. Ooh, not low at all. I wonder if there's anything that we could do to quickly gain that experience. Maybe Garte has something to tell us.
Can I help you?
Doesn't seem like it. Okay. At least we got our plastic bag. We still need a map though. I would really love to know where that is gonna come from. There's nothing up here, I believe. Okay, it's about midday, day 2. And this one seems to be going a little bit faster than day 1. But hey, that's how it's gonna work. That's weird, just playing the Whirling in Rags theme when we're going to Martinez. Martinez. I don't know. Is it meant to sound more Spanish or French? I suppose I'm excluding Italian. That's true. And I definitely will. Yeah. Anyway, so you can catch... ooh. Rubbish. Great. You can catch all the previous streams on my YouTube channel or by checking the past broadcast, but you know, you can see all the previous streams on YouTube, which is just Josh Ford. Thank you for watching. As always, I think that's where we're going to end it for today. Just going to save the game. I have a lot of saves. I can probably delete all of those previous ones. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. Maybe I'll do another playthrough in my own time after we finish this. Just to do more exploration, because I really doubt I'm going to get through everything in just one playthrough. There seems to be so much content, and a lot of it's really below the surface. Like, there's that whole side thing with the radio RPG. I don't know, that was crazy. And I suspect how we can get the password for it, but it looks kind of expensive. Anyway, tomorrow won't be more Disco Elysium. Tomorrow will actually be the start of the Return of the Obra Dinn playthrough, because I've really wanted to play that game. Yeah, and I'm taking a break from Pokemon, so it seemed like a pretty good fit. So it's going to be Return of the Obra Dinn tomorrow, next day, and then Saturday will be another Dicey Dungeon stream, and then Sunday we'll be back on Disco Elysium. I don't know why I'm conducting my own words here. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.